thought that Arjun, those who are attached to bhogaha, enjoyment, material enjoyment, and power, big car, big home, power, any power. Prasaktanam, those who are attached to these things, taya apaharat chetasa. Their intelligence becomes aparan. Very amazing word. Apaharat chetasa. Their intelligence is, you have seen sometimes, the thieves are there, thugs are there, they take ransom. Some some child is going of a rich man, and then some people just kidnap him in the kidnapping vehicle and just take him somewhere else. So that aparana happens of the intelligence. And who are the thieves? They are lust, greed. So they put the intelligence to hostage. And it's natural that whenever somebody steals someone, like put someone on hostage, then he asks for some ransom. You have to give some money or something you have to comply with. What is the ransom they ask? They ask for indulgence. Now you satisfy whatever. If lust is holding ransom the intelligence, then lust will demand, now you satisfy me. But please make it a very clear point that although it may, if you indulge, if you give the ransom, you may get some temporary relief, but you will not get release. If you give in to sense gratification, which the lust is demanding from your intelligence, if you indulge in it, you will get some relief, but you won't get release, and you'll be very caught up and very miserable. Next time, so you give in to indulgence. The next time they will these powerful enemies, the captors, they will think lust greed that he's very good, he's satisfying our needs. So next time they will attack with stronger force. Just like they kidnap a rich man's son, they ask for 5 lakhs, and if he gives, then they understand, oh, he's a rich fellow. Next time we'll again kidnap him, again ask for rupees 10 lakh. It's a very vicious game we are caught up in. So giving into desires may give very small relief, but very painful experience. And you'll be caught up in a vicious cycle, and that's known as addiction. That's what addiction is all about. So just like somebody lust is sometimes attacking, so one may resort to watching something dirty online. But once you given you that pressure from within may come down for some time, but actually what has happened is you have become more weak. And next time when the attack comes, it will be with doubled energy, and it will become more difficult for you to stop. So it's a best practice not to give in, not to let the consciousness get aparan. Aparat chetasa. And for these people, what's the loss? They may say, okay, then what's the loss even if I indulge? Vyavasayatmika buddhi, the resolute determination, the sense of purpose, the sense of urgency, samadho na vidhiyati, it won't come. So that's the qualification. One has to stop sense gratification if at all you want one-pointed intelligence towards pleasing Krishna, towards pleasing the spiritual master. In the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence, who are bewildered by such things, resolute devotional service does not take place. Okay. Trigunya Vishaya Veda, Nistrigunyam Bhavarjuna, Nirdvando Nitya Sattvasto, Niryoga Kshema Atmava. Here Krishna is saying, he is categorizing that Arjun may ask Krishna, but all these promises are given in the Vedas for sense enjoyment also. Krishna is saying, no, you have to reject some portion of the Vedas. Not everything, whatever is said in the Vedas, is absolute and transcendental. No. There are some things in the Vedas which are under the purview of the 3 modes. And these the subjects which deal with these 3 modes, that they have to be given up. And you have to become Nistrayaguni. Nistrayaguni does not mean without nirguna or without any qualities. It means no material quality. That means become fixed in the knowledge of the self. Everything in the 3 modes is constantly changing. Arjuna, I already told you in 2.1 to 2.30 that you are not the body, you are the soul. So see the unchanging reality of life. Don't be bogged down by the changing reality of life brought about by the three modes of material nature. By the three modes of material nature, uh, someone becomes a king, and by the three modes of nature, someone is that government is brought down. So don't be disturbed by these changes. Just try to focus on the eternal reality. Nirdvandoho. You rise above. Dvanda means I see someone as male, someone I see as female. I sometimes see happiness, distress. So you have to rise above this. You don't see, Prabhupada says, don't see difference between male and female. See difference between body and soul. That's Nirdvanda. Nitya Sattva and be situated. And the Sattva means eternal. Sattva means Sattva Guna also. But Sattva means eternal. Be situated in the eternal life. The knowledge which I gave you earlier, that you are not the body. And Nir Yoga Kshemam. Don't worry about yoga or about getting things which you don't have. And don't worry about losing things which you all. Don't worry about getting things which you don't have. And don't worry about losing things which you already have. Because when you become Atmavan, when you gain more understanding about the soul, then you will then everything will be done for you. In a highest sense, if you practice Krishna consciousness, then Krishna is saying, Arjun, I will take care of your needs. Whatever need I will give you, and whatever you have, I will protect it. Nistraikunya Vishwanath Thakur says it clearly refers to Bhakti Yoga because Jnana is in mode of goodness and Karma is in mode of passion. Nistraikunya fully represents only pure devotional service, nothing else. In Karma Yoga, there may be like it's like 0 to 1. Karma Yoga, there will be some percentage of Nistraikunya. Jnana Yoga, there will be some more percentage of um, Bhakti, but Nistraikunya in a full sense, like the top level, means Bhakti Yoga only, nothing else. Therefore, right from beginning, Bhagavad is recommending devotional service. That is what Prabhupada gives in his purpose. Vedas deal mainly with the subject of the three modes of material nature. Origin become transcendental to these three modes, be free from all dualities and from all anxieties for gain safety, be situated in self. Sometimes students ask, can I read Mahabharata? Sometimes the counselor may say it's not required. It's a Vedic literature. Why are you saying? Because the essential point is there are topics which deal with dharma, artha, kama, moksha, and they may bewilder our intelligence. So, not all the Vedas you have to read. Srimad Bhagavatam Pramana Mangalam. We have to be very selective in whatever Vedas also we are reading. Everything is there in the Vedas, but say for different purpose. Like somebody is not studying at all, he is given some chocolate. After that, chocolate is not required. Just you get the direct medicine. Yeah. So Vedas gradually elevate. But those who are advanced devotees is advised to directly go to the Vedanta. So Prabhupada says here, Upanishads mark the beginning of transcendental life. What is the meaning of Upanishads mark the beginning of transcendental? See, Vedas, 95% of the Vedas are Karma Kanda. One author he says the most materialistic book in the entire world is the Vedas because they are like that only. You want Apsara, you do this. You want beautiful wife, you do this. You want good child, you do this. You want to remove your specs, you do this. So many, so much and so forth. You want another. You have already divorced. You want another beautiful wife, you do this. So like that. So, but the Upanishads they talk about beyond the material profits. They talk about transcendence. So, like Upanishads bring us to level 0. The material sense gratification in negative axis. Upanishads bring us to the positive 0. Then after that, the bhakti scriptures they take us to more positive level. So mark the beginning. It's like it's the beginning of transcendental life through the Upanishads. Yeah. So Krishna is given an example. Yavan rathodupane sarvata sampadodake tavan sarveshu vedeshu brahmanasya vijanatah yavan artha, whatever purpose is served by a well, udupani, sorry, whatever purposes are served by the wells, all of them are served by a river, flowing river. Like in villages earlier, there were different wells. One for making the animals drink the water, one for humans drinking, one for washing their clothes, one for the purity purposes. Like different wells were there. But Lord Krishna is saying, whenever there is a flowing river, because it contains a lot of water, you can do everything. You can wash clothes, you can bathe animals, animals can drink, humans can drink. Everything is fulfilled because a lot of water is there. Similarly, Tavan, Sarveshu Vedeshu, Arjuna, you need not follow every detail in all the Vedas. Arjuna may have doubt here. You are telling me, Trigunya Vishtaraya Veda, you give up the Vedas. So if I give up the Vedas, then will I get the same benefits? So yes, you'll get the benefit if you are the knower of the Vedas. Brahmanasya vijanatah. One who is a Brahmana, he can get all the benefit from the Vedas, just as one can get all the benefit from a flowing river. So Arjun, you try to understand the spiritual knowledge, and when you act in the spiritual knowledge, you will not lose any of the results which the Vedas are promising. That's the conclusion. And that even if you give up karma kanda, take to karma yoga, it will you will not lose anything. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fine. So, Prabhupada says here, chanting the holy name, you do that's everything. If you chant holy name, you will get everything. You need not do many things. Do not do Ashwamedh Yagya, Gavalamba Yagya, this Yagya, that thing. So many things are not required. Just chant the holy name. Finish. कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्म फल हेतुर्भुर माते संगस्तु अकर्मणि. Hare Krishna. So he come to this verse finally. It's a widely known verse and widely misunderstood verse of the Bhagavad Gita. So it's like people use it in a half-hand logic. That front portion is taking so many things, so let me cut it, and back portion giving golden eggs. Let me give it. Finally cut the one, and then nothing remained. No eggs came. People don't even apply half hand. This is 1/4 of the hand logic. They speak only the first part, Karmanya Vadikaras, and think they have understood the Gita. Actually, if you take this approach, then you will not get the actual benefit what Gita can give you. Of course, I am telling this verse, but at the same time, I'd like to say that I am also the organizers of this course are forcing that the course is going slow, go fast. So we are also after Phala, and so we have devised some strategy how to take care of the Phala. So what we'll do is I will not do any revision in any class. Right at 7 o'clock we'll just start like I did today, just going ahead. And if you join or not join, time your thing. And 7:55 to end, but we'll now end at 8 o'clock. Till 8, whole class will go. And after that, if somebody wants to ask any question, he can ask me. There's always time. So like that we do. Otherwise, the course is getting lag. I'm lagging by 4 lectures. So I'm also after little Fala. But anyways, let me tell you this verse. I'm not, but the organizers are a little bit pushing me that you complete the course on time. Okay, so this verse is 4 parts. Karmanya vadikaraste, ma faleshu kadachana, ma karma phale heturbu, ma te sangastu akarma. You have a right to work. People misunderstand it. They think I have a right for result. But Krishna is telling you have a right for work. Ma faleshu. You don't have a right for result. That means what Krishna is talking about. Generally, any project we take up, we think, how can I get the result? A student is studying, student has to give, he understand, okay, The exams will be there, marks will be there. How to get the highest marks with the least possible study? That's our goal. Krishna is telling totally contradictory. He's telling, no, your right is to study nicely and don't worry about the marks. Uh, if they understand what Krishna is talking about, they will stop quoting this verse also. Krishna is telling you try to study nicely, don't worry about too much about the marks. But this does not mean that we should not care about the marks or we should not care about the results. Prabhuji, let me cook this for this thing. I am a cook. The cooking is my right. I should cook, and I should not worry. Who cares whether the dish is proper, whether the salt is put in that? Let me just cook for the Lord, and we should not worry about the fruits. How I am preaching only, but let's not worry about the fruits if the students come or not. Let me just preach and that Krishna is not talking. Krishna is telling about something different. Krishna is saying you should not do an activity only for the result. If you do an activity only for the result, what you will get is only the result, the material result, which is very temporary, which is very short. But Krishna is hinting that the actual purpose of doing anything is to get purification. We are in this material world, which is a jail. To do any activity, Krishna wants that we get purified and then we get illuminated and then we go back to the spiritual world. But if you are only after the result, then these things will not come. You will not get purified and you will not be illuminated. You will not go back to world. That's what he's talking about. So the karma means, by hook or crook, I should get the result. That if you do it in a non-Vedic way, without the whimsical action, without the scriptures dealing in black market, so on and so forth, using trick and cheating, then you will only get that whatever it is, money or whatever it is, but you will not get purification and you will not get illumination. Just like a student, if like textbook is there, it's like a pillow, it's a big, you can sleep on the textbook. But what students do in the exam, they just take up some Eklavya notes, maybe like the books which have that last 10 years papers, and they say also this question has come 8 times in last 10 years, so you should please do that and somehow pass the exam one day before, night out. And with that, we don't get the learn. So that's what Krishna is saying, that don't be simply for the results. And then this is detachment level 1, that I am entitled to work, I'm not entitled to the fruits. The fruits I give for the service of the Lord. That is so that will bring about detachment. On the other hand, if you are attached to the fruits, that will bring about insecurity. Always you'll be constantly worrying, will I pass? Will I pass? Will I pass? Where is your learning? You didn't learn on anything. Say Bhakti Shastri course is there. Somehow your goal is okay. Somehow I have to get the degree. If that is only your goal, somehow I have to get the Bhakti Shastri degree and that's all. You joined after 15 minutes, after 20 minutes, just give your attendance in 5 minutes and then get lost. And then, so you get the degree, what you wanted, but you won't get what Krishna wants to give you. That is meant by this verse. We read the Gita, of course, like we should aspire for degree, but it's not that we are doing this Bhakti Shastri course just for getting the reading, just for getting the degree. Somehow I'll just on my screen and then do all, then just log in and then go video off and Akashvani is there and I am just doing whatever I want to do. That then you will get the degree surely. No. You can get initiation also like that. Just be around, just finish 16 rounds, just bare minimum, just give your name for initiation. But you will not understand what a disciple is. You will not understand what Krishna wants to say in the Gita. This is what Krishna is hitting. On the other hand, if you detach yourself from fruits, detachment level 1, you will get knowledge. That's Karma Yoga. Earlier was Karma Kanda, acting only for fruits. But this is Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga, the result is knowledge. I am not the body, I am the soul. This is the application of the knowledge. How do I get this? This verse says, how to get the knowledge I am not the body, I am the soul. Stop doing things only for the result. Do things. First is to get purified, then to get illumination, and highest level to please Krishna. I do a service. The goal should be whether the Krishna is pleased or not. That should be the goal, not result. Okay, Prabhuji, you told me to do the service. I have brought 10 people. Are you satisfied now? Are fellow, you have done your Shivji Tandav Nrit in the voice. You have frustrated everyone. Five inmate devotees have left the voice because of your preaching activities. You are saying you have pleased. What have you done? So we have to constantly check back also whether I am pleasing. That's the goal. Goal is not to get the people. Try to understand. Don't misunderstand. Third level is Ma Karma Phal Hetu. In the interest of time, what's the time? I have to complete many verses. Okay, some time is there. Somehow I'll move the vehicle. Ma Karma Phal Hetu. And then Ma, don't think you are the doer. What Krishna is saying? Arre Prabhuji, I kept the OTP. I arranged the Zoom ID. I did the follow up. I floated the poster. I made the poster. I did everything. I talked to the boys, and boys came. And now device almost 30 students have done, and you are saying "Ma karam phaletu." Don't think you are the doer. Are Prabhuji, if I will not preach, then how Bhakti Shastri will go on? I am the doer. Krishna saying no. What does that mean? That means it's a very subtle thing to understand. It means you are not the only doer. There are factors beyond you. If you preach every time result will come, should come. But it's not like that. 1 year you preach, nobody comes. Next year you preach, 10 people come. So one devotee is asking like that. Prabhuji, we have done all about like fundraising. Like it's very difficult to understand how Krishna can be the cause or there can be some other cause. So I formed that scheme, whatever, folk or something or life membership, and then I printed the forms, I made the forms, I invested the money, I went out, I talked to people, and then people gave the money, and then now my department is running. Where is Krishna? Where is another cause? Okay. So if you talk with the most of the students which come to our voice, or let us say with most of the donors, you talk with them, they'll say, "Yeah, from my childhood only, I had just such kind of queries. Who is God?" They were already looking for something. You just met them and you just got the credit. You say, "I have made him devotee." What devotee you have made him? Already was looking for Krishna consciousness. If you were not there, somebody else was there. He also would have made him. So this thing you have to understand clearly. I am not, sometimes so misunderstanding between two devotees. And the senior devotee has told Prabhu, you should, do properly. So Prabhuji, who has brought him to bhakti? Has he forgot? I brought in bhakti. At least to be grateful to me. We have not brought anyone. People have come on their own accord. We have not brought anyone. We should not think that. So that's detachment level 2. One also is good enough, but that's karma yoga. If you think, but no, actually, it's mercy of the Krishna. My body also belongs to Krishna. Then that's devotional service. So you have to go about. Level 1 detachment is don't be attached to fruits. Level 2 attachment, don't even entitle yourself. Okay, Bhuji, I'll do distribution. At least my name should be announced. But if the name is not announced, I did 100 books. Ma karm phal hetu. Then don't be agitated. Right? Politics is going on with me. What is this? I worked hard and somebody else has taken the credit. And then if you put these things, don't your fruits do not like you earn money and give everything to me or give everything to Krishna. And then don't think that you are earning also. Don't give entire salary to Krishna. Don't even think you are earning also. You are not doing job also. Arey, Prabhuji, why to do only? Just forget the whole matter now. Mate sangastu karmani. You can't even give up working also. Don't think that you can do away without working. You have to work also. Oh my Lord, what's going on here? Mate sangastu karmani means if you don't do, If you don't do the action, you will not get purified only, no? You will not get purified, you will not elevate. You have to do the service. You should not think that the fruits do not belong to you. You will not get the credit, name also and money also, whatever. You will get nothing. And over and above, you will not get credit also, that I was the doer. You cannot tell others, it's due to me it has happened. That also you cannot take. And you should not be attached to not doing also. You should do it. So let's okay, last 1 minute I'll say something on this. Like, just let's put it to good distribution. Karmanyavadhikarasti. You are entitled, or your right is to take out Prabhupada books and go out for distribution. That's your right. Okay, if I get money out of it, you give everything to Krishna. There's nothing belongs to you. Okay, at least I should get the credit. Prabhu has worked very hard, and ceremony should happen. At least I should get a gold medal. Whole December marathon I went out. Prabhu has worked very hard. He's very sincere devotee, and he's very so nice devotee, and he has distributed 1,000 books. Hari Bol. No, ma karam phale tirhu. That also you will not get. You will not get any benefits, not any gifts, not even glorification, not even mention, nothing. I will not go only for Buddhism. No, mate sangas to agarmani. You should go. Arey, if materialistic people they understand this verse, they will stop quoting only this verse. This verse is not telling you just work, 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 and share, dream big thing. The Gita says, come on, you should work. But their definition of success is rat race only. Even if they win, they will remain rat only. Their definition is this karma phala. You get, aspire for big house. That's karma phala. Okay. So don't be inactive, Arjuna. Don't be lazy, but do his duty and don't be attached to results. If you are attached to results, Krishna says you will get reaction. Yes, you'll get reaction. Even you do any prescribed duty also, like you are earning money, and if you claim that this money is mine, you'll get reaction. Therefore, system of easy is there. You keep to Krishna to purify it. Otherwise, you get reaction. Yes. If you claim you are the doer, the fruits belong to you, you will get reaction. योगस्था कुरु कर्माणि संगम त्यक्त्वा धनंजय सिद्ध्य सिद्ध्यो समभूत्वा समत्वं योगमुच्यति. From this verse on till 53, 48 to 53, Krishna will simply tell that those who practice 47, that's Karmanyavadhikara, and those who don't follow, what are their results? So if you act in this consciousness, yogastha, you are situated in yoga, you are connected. You are connected with whom you are connected. Krishna told that you connect with me till now. He will certainly say in the ahead verses. But he says you are situated in yoga. That means be connected. Be connected with whom? So till now he has told about the knowledge of the soul. So be connected with the understanding that you are the soul. Yogasthaha. You be situated firmly in the knowledge, I am not the body, I am the soul. And do activities. Don't be attached to, sangam tektva, give up attachment for the activities. Dhananjayaha, Arjun, and those who are equal in happiness and distress, siddhi or asiddhi, samatvam, that's called yoga. That means you will get knowledge if you are equally disposed in both happiness and distress and do your duties without attachment. So repeatedly Gita will focus on this thing. Do your duty. Just focus on doing your duty without attachment. So attachments are binding and attachments are blinding. So we should calculate how much I have to lose before I lose my blindness. How much I have to lose before I lose my blindness due to attachments. How much Dhritarashtra had to lose before he lost his blindness of the intelligence. So many people advised him, his wife advised him, Gandhari advised him, Vyasadeva advised him, Narada advised him, Pandava, Krishna advised him, Akrura advised him, Vidura advised him, Dronacharya advised him, Bhishma advised him. So much guidance he got, but he was blind. Then he lost all his 100 sons, he lost his kingdom. lost out reputation. Although people call him king, but he was like no power was there with him. Finally, Vidur came and blasted him. Then his blindness he could come out. Blindness. So how much you have to lose before we lose our blindness? If you're not losing blindness, and if you're chanting Hare Krishna, then Krishna will make sure that something comes in your life that you come out of the blindness. Or Bilamangal Thakur, like Krishna devises some plans for his devotees. For Ajamil, he had to see Yamdutas. Then he could come out of the blindness. So do you want to see the Yamdutas before you come out of your? Sometimes we would say, "Yeah, I'm very greedy." And they say like they are very cool about it. It's not to say to cool. You are greedy or lusty, you are in a very great danger, Baba. You have to perform your duties equipoised, O Arjun, abandoning all attachment to success or failure. Such equanimity is called yoga. It's the definition of yoga which Krishna is giving here. Indirectly, Krishna Arjuna was advised to act as Krishna told him. दूरेण ह्यवरण कर्मं बुद्धियोगा धनंजय बुद्धौ शरणं विच्छ कृपणा फलहेतवः दूरेण हि अवरम कर्म abominable karma buddhi yoga. Arjun, by the help of buddhi, that which I gave you that you are not the body, you are the soul. With that intelligence to apply that, keep far away avaram karma. What is avaram karma? That Krishna is now totally decrying or discrediting karma kanda. Don't do work just for results. Don't do sakam karma yoga. Don't do that. Just keep those activities far away. Avaram karma. How? By buddhi yoga. Because you now understand you are not the body or the soul. So you have to aspire after eternal goal. You are eternal. Buddho sharanam anvichaha. And in that intelligence, you take shelter of that knowledge which I gave you, that how to attain eternal life, which is actually devotion service. But Krishna is here because it is karma yoga. So the karma yoga, the result is knowledge, the purification that I am not the body, I am the soul. Karma yoga brings us to the platform of the soul. Bhakti yoga brings us to the platform, I am the servant of Lord Krishna. So gradually he is elevating. Kripanaha phalahitavaha. Arjuna, those who are after fruits, they are kripanaha. Those who do activities only for getting the material profits, they are kripana. What does kripana mean? You have heard this word before, but the actual meaning of this word is short-sighted. Actual meaning of the word kripana is short-sighted. What does short-sighted mean? Short-sighted means he cannot see the future. He is interested in playing. Student is playing, not interested in studies. What is going to happen in the long run? He will suffer terribly for many, many years. Similarly, those who are after fruits, those who are after material fruits, they are short-sighted in the sense that they will get money, or they'll get good house, they'll get good car, good wife. Their material life will be set. They will not be able to come out of the cycle of birth and death. They have to take another material body. Therefore, they are kripana, Arjun. Don't be a kripana. Don't do activities in such a way that it will force you to take another material body. Use your buddhi, Arjuna. This body you have got material already. Use your buddhi that you don't get another material body. How that will come out? If you are attached to fruits. Think over it carefully what Gita is trying to say. It's very clear from the chapter 2 itself. The contents of the Gita summarized. Teachings are very clear. We have to aspire to get a non-material goal. That is not to get material body again. And if you get material body again, you know, needless to say what all comes up. Oh, Dhananjay, keep all abominable activities far distant by devotion service, and in that consciousness surrender to the Lord. Those who want to enjoy the fruits of their work are masters. Krishna is telling those who even follow like Vedic karma kanda. It's not vikarma. Modern society is filled with vikarma. Simply want to enjoy without any Vedic regulations. But Krishna is going far, far beyond. Even if enjoying with the Vedic regulations kept intact, that's not good. That's Karmana. Vikarma to. So Prabhupada says here, except for the word in Krishna consciousness, all activities are abominable. Except for Krishna consciousness, all activities are abominable because they bind the worker to the cycle of birth and death. So, yeah, I was going to say something. I forward. Okay. So one thing you can do is either you have longing for infinite. Okay, I remember now. Either you have longing for infinite, you want to serve Krishna, or your longings are infinite. Either you have to run after infinite things, or you run after the person who is infinite. So that infinite person will fulfill all your, he'll take care of all your things. Or other hand, you can try on your own to run after infinite things. That's Kripana. Brahmana means he runs after Krishna and everything gets fulfilled automatically. He doesn't have to separately pray to Krishna, I give me a good wife, give me a good house. Krishna, please give, my job should be protected. Krishna, let me become cured of this disease. Krishna, let my son be not, don't be mad and like that. So and forth, so forth. And infinite things you don't have to pray. Krishna, let me pass in the exam. Krishna, let me crack GRE. So many things you don't have to do after that. And this is the verse which Arjuna will become confused. And then Arjuna will ask the third chapter, starting verse, because we'll discuss that time how Arjuna becomes confused. But because of this verse, Arjuna becomes confused. Keep far away abominable action. Arjuna interprets that abominable action means fighting to kill my relatives. Krishna is not telling that is not abominable action. Abominable action is action done with some material benefit in desire, for some material benefit. Oh, let's go fast. Okay, no problem. We have three only. 51, 53. Karmajam buddhi yukta hi palam tyaktva manishinah janma bandha vinirmukta padam gacchantya namayam. Hare Krishna. So this is a revolutionary verse in the sense that first time Krishna is pointing out to a destination beyond Swarga. First time in the Gita has introduced slowly a destination to be achieved, which is beyond Sarva. That is Janma Bandha Vinirmukta. You will overcome the cycle of birth and death. Think carefully what Gita is talking about. Krishna is not talking in terms of envy, Duryodhan did like this, and Arjuna will become envious to kill him. Your Draupadi was disrobed. Nothing he's saying in the Gita. Gita is totally transcending platform. It's not context dependent at all. Just what Krishna is talking about, just try to understand. Janma bandha vinirmukta. You get free from the cycle of birth and death. Padam gachanti anamayam. Anamayam means, amaya means misery, and anamaya means you will go to a state which is beyond misery. Directly, Krishna is not saying here devotional service or a spiritual world, because slowly lifting up from the karma kand to the karma yoga, but it can also mean spiritual world, which the Prabhupada and Acharyas have translated like that. Karmjam buddhi yukta. So, if you use buddhi yoga, you are engaged in with the understanding that you are not the body, you are the soul, and you have to aspire for eternal results. So the fruitive activities which you perform, due to them, whatever phala will get, you give up. The manishi gives up. Manishi is an amazing word. Manish. Ish means the master and man means the mind. Manishi means the master of the mind. They have trained the mind to dwell in the spiritual activities. They have controlled the mind from going to sense gratification. So great sages do this. You should follow in their footsteps. Brahmanas se vijanata. They are Brahmanas, they do like that, you also do like that. Janma bandha vinirmukta padam gachanti anamayam. By thus engaging in devotional service to the Lord, great sages or devotees free themselves from the results of the work in the material world. In this way, they become free from the cycle of birth and death and attain the state beyond all miseries. So, like, we have to work. Without work, we can survive. Gita is telling how to work, that we, along with the work, we don't get caught up by the karma. That's what Gita is pointing out. Gita is not talking about work. It's talking about how to work so that you don't get bound up. Like Prabhupada saying, catch the fish, don't get wet. You get spiritual goal. That's Paramahamsa or Hamsa. He separates the milk from water. So devotee, like he works without getting entangled with his material. His work is liberating. समाश्रिता ये पाद पदवल्लभ प्लवम महत् पदम पुण्य यशो मुरारे भवाम बुधिर्वत्स पदम परम पदम 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 यत विपदाम न तेषाम. So anamaya means yat vipadam na tesham. Prabhupada is quoting here very succinctly that this is padam padam param padam. Here the material world there is padam padam yat vipadam na tesham. Anamaya means you will not remain in this material world. You will get something higher. So that happens due to Mahat Padam Murari, one takes shelter of the Lotus feet of Krishna. That means you can come out of the abduction of the intelligence by the lust, anger, by 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 taking shelter of Krishna. Or the chanting is given for that Prabhupada books are given just to take shelter of Krishna. If you take shelter of Krishna, then we can overcome these dacoits, lust, anger, like that. Going to ignorance, one does not know this material world is a miserable place where there are dangers at every step. Out of ignorance, only lessons will be certain. Try to adjust the situation. Service for the cause of the Lord is Karma Yoga or Buddhi Yoga, in plain words, devotional service. यदा ते मोहकलिलं बुद्धिर्व्यतितरिष्यसि तदा गन्तासि निर्वेदं श्रोतव्यस्य श्रुतस्य च यदा ते मोहकलिलं. So what is moha? This material world is moha. Kalilam, like dense forest. This material world is a dense forest of illusion. For whom? For the intelligence. Like, there are so many Vedic literatures also and other literatures also. There is so many scriptures, and they bewilder the intelligence. One thinks, my Lord, Array, there is nice chance to practice Krishna consciousness in this particular city. My job is also there. But there is from Switzerland. The offer is very amazing. It's $1 lakh per year. Oh, so even the associate not there, no problem. So like that, intelligence is caught in the dense forest. Yadati moh kalilam buddhir vyatitarishya. When the intelligence has swam out of this dense darkness of illusion, which is the material promises, material promises appear so attractive, so attractive. Oh yeah, but actually Krishna is saying yada te yada, when yada te mokal, when your intelligence is passed of the dense forest of illusion. That is, delusion means promises for material enjoyment. That is the thing which is promised here. Tada, that time gantasi nirvedam, you will not just, you will ignore these statements. Which statements? Shrotavyasya, what are Shrutasya, what you have already heard? Okay, this is nothing. You have heard some promise going to Swarga. Somebody has read Kam Sutra. Somebody has read so many things. So, give it up. It's nothing, useless. Shrotavyasya cha. In future, you will also hear many material promises. That also you'll become callous. You'll not just care about. Oh, I don't want these things. And when your intelligence passed of the dense forest of delusion, you shall become indifferent to all that has been heard, and that all that is to be heard. So Prabhupada is quoting Shri Madhavendra Puri. Sandhya vandanam bhadramastu bhavato bho snanam tubhyam namo bho deva pitarascha tarpanam vidho naham shamam shamyatam yatra kvapi nishadya yadav kulottamasya kamsadvisha smaram smaram agam harami tadalam manye ki manye me. So what the devotees of the status of Madhavendra Puri think, just like you have to understand the context first before understanding what they are saying. Sandhya Vandanam Bhadram Astu Bhavatu. Oh, my prayers 3 times a day. All glory to you. If you are not Brahmana initiated, you will understand what does that mean. But if you are Brahmana initiated, you will understand what does that mean. Brahmanas are supposed to do Gayatri 3 times a day. That is very strict. You can't you can't worship the deities without that. That's very strict. And you can't even in ISKCON, you can't even give Bhagavatam lectures. That's the minimum qualification for doing that. You have to do Sandhya Vandan 3 times. So he's saying all glories to you, but please excuse me. He is not decrying the Sandhya Vandan or the Gayatri mantra. There is whole Gayatri Parivars. They are devoted stature of Madhavendra Puri. They think this Sandhya Vandan, these Gayatri prayers are distraction. Sandhya Vandan is not distraction for sadhaka bhaktas. They are praised directly to Krishna only. They are praised to Krishna. But this is the devotee of the stature of Madhavendra Puri. He is saying always, oh, bathing, snanam, taking bath in 3 times I take bath, Yashastri Sandhyam, then do Gayatri, Tubhyam Namah. Please forgive me. I cannot respect you. Oh demigods, Bho Devaha, Bho Pitra, oh my forefathers, Pinddan, Tarpana Vidho. Now I cannot just fulfill your desires because wherever I sit, I just remember Krishna and then I'm free from all sinful activities. I think this is sufficient for me. I need not do Sandhya Vandanas. So at our stage, we should not try to copy Madhavendra Puri. He's a different level. But I'm just telling you how the great devotees, like, what to talk of karma kanda, this is uselessness. He's talking even devotion service, some activities which distract him. Imperative purpose is compulsory. Persons in Krishna consciousness transcend the limit of Shabda Brahma or the range of Vedas and Upanishads. Hare Krishna. Persons in Krishna transcend the limit of Shabda Brahma. People say, I will believe only Vedas. Prabhupada saying, you get lost with your Vedas. Devotees have transcended the Vedas. That does not mean they are disrespecting the Vedas. Again, be very clear. They're not disrespecting, they've transcended. Krishna is saying, don't decry the Karma Kanda section. Somebody wants a job, he's praying to Krishna. Don't decry, but transcend it. You will get the same benefit if you simply serve Krishna. Shruti vipratipanna yada sthasya nischala samadhavachala buddhis tada yogam avapsyasi. Shruti. So, Shruti. People call Shruti. Krishna directly hitting at Shruti. So, if Arjun, even if in Shruti, you hear something contradictory what I told you, that means Vritti Paripanna, some promise for sense gratification. If we hear in Shruti some promise for sense gratification, Yada Sthasyasi Nischala, but you remain undisturbed. I don't want to go forward with this plan. Nischala. And Samadhav Achala Buddhi. And your intelligence is Achala. Your intelligence is not wavering. Tada Yoga Apsasi. That time you understand that you are in Krishna consciousness. When your intelligence is not disturbed by the words of sense gratification promised even in the Vedic literatures, even in the Shrutis, and when it remains fixed in the conception of the soul, direct words for us in the service of the Lord, then you will have attained the divine consciousness. That's what the goal of life. That time you will have attained the divine consciousness. Hari Hari. So, Gita is a book to attain the divine consciousness. Begins with understanding I am not the body, I am the soul, and ends it I am an insignificant servant. of the all merciful, beautiful personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. That's divine consciousness you'll attain. But when your intelligence is not disturbed by the promises for sense gratification, you don't go to Vedic literatures or don't do any spiritual activities with any sense gratification in mind. We just could get caught up in petty sense gratification. Truly, my book distribution name was not announced. Prabhuji, I am not able to make counsels, Prabhuji. I am having very less counseling, Prabhuji. I am given very low college, Prabhuji. Here, na counseling give very less easy. They give only 500 rupees per month. In that college, Prabhuji, they give 58,000 rupees. We are so much into bodily consciousness. So much into bodily consciousness. Our whole entire calculation is only material only. So that's not divine consciousness. We have to understand clearly what Krishna talks. Therefore, along with the services, we have to keep hearing Gita. That will hammer us. Why you are acting, Baba? You are taking out books, you are doing services, you are going to the world. But why do you want to do it? Sometimes don't you feel, Prabhuji, I am being used. This my seniors, they are using me. Are you fellow, you came to serve Krishna for being used only, na? You have to be used in the service of Krishna. You came for that only. But somehow your intelligence is in the fruitive activities. Therefore, you feel like totally this thing reverse. You feel I am being cheated. I am being used. You are here for being used only. Krishna, if Krishna uses you, then you are useful. If Krishna does not use you, then you are useless. What is the use of your life? Krishna cannot use you. You are totally a vagabond. You are anath. If you are sanat, then there is some value to your life. You have to be used. Gopis are saying, we are your Ashulka Dasika. We are your unpaid servants. You can read in the Gopi Gitam prayers. Ashulka Dasika. Unpaid servants. Please understand this point. Become no Prabhuji, what I will get. That's not what Krishna is talking about. You will not get divine consciousness. From the second verse on, another interesting section is beginning. Arjuna is Krishna. Who is this divine person? What are his symptoms? How does he walk? How does he talk? How does he sit? स्थित प्रज्ञश्च का भाषा समाधिश्च केशव स्थिति किम प्रभाषेत किम आसीत व्रजेत किम का भाषा what are the symptoms स्थिति किम प्रभाषेत how does he speak किम आसीत how does he sit down how does he walk. So Arjuna is totally thinking in terms of himself. That is Arjuna is thinking, so this person divine consciousness, will he fight or not? Krishna is talking about totally different thing. He's talking, don't do activities for getting material consciousness. Arjuna is thinking divine person. I think he should be just Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Therefore, he'll ask, tell me the definite characteristics of this person. One more very important point here is Krishna is saying here, Samadhav Achala Buddhi. The Buddhi should be Achala. Krishna is not talking about the mind, because mind is material and the senses are material. So always mind will be in a state of flux in this material world. But intelligence is strong that even though mind may shake the whole boat, but intelligence has to be strongly anchored that the boat does not fall in the ocean. That's good enough if you have understood the Gita. Controlling the mind will come very late. You have in your power to control the intelligence if you regularly hear the Vedic literatures and don't escape either the Prabhupada books or the Prabhupada lectures or other Vedic understanding. Thank you so much for your wonderful attendance. Today we have done nice job. Today we have completed almost 40, how many verses? 44 to 53. That's 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 10, 10. Hari Bol. Yes. Any question? Any question anyone who would like to ask?
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी.
Yes, Mayank Prabhu.
प्रभु जी, ये बुद्धि योग और भक्ति योग दोनों को बराबर ट्रांसलेशन में बताया गया है. और एक परपट में प्रभुपाद जी ये भी बोल रहे हैं कि कर्म योग बुद्धि योग है। तो बुद्धि योग के जगह पे भक्ति योग वर्ड ही यूज कर दिए रहते हैं कृष्णा। तो ये समझाना हो तो कैसे समझाएंगे?
So we'll maybe we will put forward the request to the DT that when next time when this Kurukshetra Leela happens, that time Krishna use the word Bhakti Yoga. Mayank Manipur is recommending to you. No, that's like Krishna is gradually building up the topic. Baba. Arjuna is now in Karma Kanda. So, like, he will explain to himself about himself in the fourth chapter. That, in the third chapter, in the end, he will say, You, Mai Sarvani Karmani, Sanyas, you surrender all your activities to me. Then who am I? Then you will take the fourth chapter, Janma Karma Chame Divyam, Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya, Ajo Pisannavya Atma, like that. Whenever there is a decline in like that, Evam Vivasvate Yogam. So he's gradually building up the top. So even if you understand from Karma Yoga, see, you are a devotee, Prabhu, but there are people who everyone is not a devotee. For them ना वो धीरे धीरे लगता है, धीरे धीरे सुनना पड़ता है। आप जब वॉइस में पहली बार आए तो आपको क्या बोला? Just these all these studies and everything is useless. Just focus on serving Krishna. That is high. Did somebody talk to you like that? What you are told? Hey, you come here, Baba. It's very nice facilities there. Good prasadam is there. Cook is there. Very pure food is there. You will get concentration in study. This is what that's for you to hear at that time. Directly, medicine will overreact. Just imagine in a voice you are admitted. We bring tiffin only. You will get only tiffin only, but you have to attend the whole morning program 4:30 to 8:30. Who will stay? Everyone will run away, right? Just remove the cook from the voice and just see what happens. Any voice, I'm challenging you. Let me see how sincere people are. Any voice, you remove the cook and just see what happens. You will have no one to come for the inmates camp. Yes. Okay. Don't worry. Try to understand whatever you can. If you want to understand from Bhakti or perfect, that is not wrong. You have understood everything you have loved, then you are understanding from Bhakti Yoga. But those who are from Karma Yoga also, for them also it's completely. Thank you. Yes, Rishabh Prabhu.
Slope 52, it is mentioned that material world is like a dense forest. The intelligence is covered. The pastime, but the pastimes of Madhavan who is mentioned to you, how it connects with this translation of this verse, I cannot understand.
Verse 54, 52 you are saying?
Yes, sir.
Just a minute. 52, okay. Yeah. So Krishna is saying when your intelligence is passed out of the illusion caused by promises for sense gratification. Okay. So Prabhupada is quoting Madhavendra Puri here that they are not even concerned about following the rituals for some things that are details. Okay, Sandhya time has come. Let me do Gayatri and let me sit in a proper place. They are constantly remembering Krishna, so they just surpass all these rules and regulations. When one is spontaneous devotee, one is not practicing sadhana bhakti, he is a raga anuga. That time he need not follow, he need not come for Mangalarti attendance. Are you understanding? जी अभी ही भगवान को याद करना पड़ेगा 4:30 बजे. No. और 24 hours is remembering only Krishna now. But Prabhupada said in ISKCON, even if one is a raga no bhakta, they will also still follow the rules just to teach others. But otherwise, even if they don't come to temple for morning program, don't take darshan of the deities, their consciousness is connected with the divine. Therefore, we should not just greet souls. Why not come for Mangalarti? They are all the time in divine consciousness. Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Guruji, that you're saying that this regular Vedic bhakti is more of a kind of a delusion, Guruji?
No. Even Vedic bhakti, it becomes for them it's very systematic, and you do this that time, you do this that time. They're always remembering. Delusion is not Vedic bhakti. Delusion is the karma kanda section. But Prabhupada is taking us to the purest level. In this verse, Krishna is referring to karma yoga, but Prabhupada is directly like for Kali Yuga people, he's directly hitting at Bhakti Yoga. That also pure Bhakti. Okay? Yeah, delusion. Sadhana Bhakti is not delusion, just forget it. Otherwise, how will you advance? You will practice Raga Nava Bhakti now. Yes, Sandeep Prabhu. Anyways, time is up. Those who want, they can go.
Krishna Prabhuji, like if you think that we came in bhakti by our own karma or own effort, then how can we be respectful to Prabhupada and all the acharyas?
Nice question. Thank you, Prabhu. I did not say that we should think like that. I came Bhakti on my own. It's for the preacher to think I have not brought him. One who is coming to Bhakti, he should think, Arey, due to Prabhupada only I am coming. That's a fact. It's for the preacher to think I am not bringing the student. Please don't misunderstand me. Don't misapply in the wrong place. Okay? You have to be grateful. We have Prabhupada says we have no qualification. I have made you qualified. Our karmas are very heavy. We have no qualification to practice bhakti. Yes. Yes, Dhananjay Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Devotees can leave, huh? Those if you want to. Time is up.
Prabhuji, is my voice audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Prabhuji, just one question that in the last verse you mentioned that our mind can be turbulent at times and it may waver, but it is our intelligence that has to be anchored very strongly in order to control the mind. So, but Prabhuji, we see that amidst material temptations, it many a times happens that we know what is the right thing, that our intelligence keeps on saying that these material temptations are wrong and things might go wrong if you take some step. So what happens at that time? Why it is that we are not able to actually follow our intelligence? Rather, uh, we follow our mind in that case, even though after knowing what is right and what is wrong for us.
That will be explicitly talked about in the third chapter, where adakena prayukto yam papam charati purushah anichanna vivarsneya bala diva niyojita. I don't want to do sin, but somebody is forcing me to do sin. That Arjuna will have that doubt. So you are in the line of Arjuna, and your name is also Dhananjay. So yeah, that's nice. You are maybe somehow related to Arjuna. But Dhananjay Prabhu, yeah, that's primarily because currently we are weak. We have intelligence, but that's little weak. We have to strengthen it more. Like we need more medicine. Sometimes the medicine is not able to attack the disease. That means the medicine was of less power. Maybe you took paracetamol 325. Now you need to increase the dose. Take dose 650 now. So see how much your Prabhupada book reading is going on, how much your lecture is going on. And one more important aspect is to reveal to devotees. If you just talk with some devotees, I am facing this problem. If you are telling it in a genuine way, very easily it will be solved. Like your false ego will prevent you. Arey yaar, how can I do like this? I am so fallen. Yeah. So then ego will protect you because we are too much concerned about our image also. That how senior will see na, arey, I am so fallen, I am going to do this girl. So that time talking to devotees helps a lot. I'm saying you don't have intelligence, you don't have strength, you buy it from others. You need to be humble for that. Therefore, Tranandapi is the solution for all the problems. Even if you have done the mistake, you have watched something wrong on the line, still again you go and seek help. Then, then again, due to false ego and due to your image consciousness, that will prevent you from further falling down. Even if you have fallen down, best intelligence that doesn't go only in just stops at the idea level. Second level is you have gone some far, and just because before going in the tiger's mouth, somehow you got saved and you came out. Third level is tiger has attacked, you have become weak, still you get strength to pull out. Anytime you can pull out also because you have free will. Always remember. So we need never feel totally helpless. There is no situation or no conditioning which is totally helpless. From any condition we can rise above. That faith we should have. Thank you. Devotees can leave if you want. Yes, Vishal Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji Dhanan Pradam. Thank you for your class. So, Prabhu, my question is, what is difference between this Karma Yoga and Buddhi Yoga? So, exact, is there any difference or there is? Yeah.
See, yoga means connecting with the spiritual reality. Okay. Fine. What is the spiritual reality? Soul. You are a spiritual reality, not your mind, not your body. What else is spiritual reality? Krishna is a spiritual reality. He is the big reality, spiritual world, and devotional service. The devotional service is the means to connect to spiritual reality. So, yoga means connection with the Lord. Okay. So now, if one is even not directly connecting with Krishna, but like he has some faith in the Vedic literatures, that you aspire for liberation, Janma Bandha Vinirmukta, you attain knowledge of, you be aware of the soul. That's Karma Yoga. Okay. In the lower sense. In the higher sense, I do what I like and give the fruits to Krishna. That is also Karma Yoga. Gyan, like Gyan is not something separate. Gyan means 100% Karma Yoga. Like I start Karma Yoga, I get knowledge. When the knowledge becomes 100%, then Karma becomes Gyan Yoga. Gyan does not mean I just sit and do nothing. It doesn't mean like that. And then Bhakti Yoga means with full knowledge, I just give 100% fruits to Krishna and I do what Krishna wants, not what I want. That's second level of detachment. Karma Yoga, I am attached to work, not to fruits. In Bhakti Yoga, I am attached neither to fruits nor to the work. Sundar Sham Prabhu puts it like, if I say, Sundar Sham Das, for the entire life, you have to wash the bathroom 3 times in a day, public bathroom, and you die there. That's fine. That's Bhakti Yoga. But you cannot do that. नहीं प्रभु कुछ प्रीचिंग सेवा भी हमको दे दीजिए, हमको ये भी दे दीजिए। सर हम सब डिवोटीज के लिए करेंगे, हम टेंपल सब कनेक्ट कर देंगे, इजी सब टेंपल आएगा, थोड़ा हमारी सेवा ना, थोड़ा हमारी सेवा इस टाइप की हमको अच्छा भी लगता है। दैट्स कर्म योगा।
Yes, Prabhu. So you said Gyan Yoga. So Gyan Yoga is equal to Buddhi Yoga.
Buddhi means that all three Buddhi is applied. Buddhi is referring here to the spiritual knowledge, which Krishna told that, that you are not the body, you are the soul. Spiritual knowledge, and you are applying that knowledge. That's Buddhi meaning here. Okay. Okay, fine. Thank you, devotees. Any other question? Okay, the time is up. So thank you so much for a wonderful time. Vansha kalpturvasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha padyanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaः. Anant koti vaishnav vrinda ki jai. Shri Vaishnav Thakur ki jai.